Right. Now we have a question related to the test of controls and key controls from March 2000, March or June 2021 exams, right? And what are the requirements? Firstly, we have to look at the requirements. Requirement B1, scenario one, identify and explain four key controls in Castle Courier company's payroll system, which the auditor may seek to place reliance on and describe the test of control. The auditor should perform to assess each of these key controls is operating effectively. We will get 8 marks for this requirement. Key controls and test of controls, right? 1 mark for the key control, 1 mark for the test of control, two. Total, we need to give four each. Right now, let us move to the scenario. Okay, it is 1st July. You are an audit supervisor of Apple and Co. and are in the process of reviewing extracts of the systems document which has been completed on the payroll cycle of Castle Courier Company, as well as preparing the audit program for the forthcoming final audit for the year ending 30th September X5. Remember, key dates are very important, right? So Castle Courier is a package delivery company which operates from a large distribution center. Okay. Company employs 200 staff, of whom 120 of these staffs are delivery drivers. All staff work a standard 8-hour shift each day and are paid monthly. All staff members are required to clock in and out using a sequentially numbered key card which contains their unique employee number and name. Sequence checks on the key cards and the data recorded in the check-in the systems are carried out by the human resource on a regular basis. Okay, the clocking in process is monitored by a camera on entry to the distribution center, and weekly checks are carried out by the HR department, who review the video footage to ensure that no staff member clocks in for someone else. Right, we got our first ones. So let's move on. Again, what I need. Okay, let's move me over here. All right, now insert and I need. Right, what I need to do over here. We need 2 columns for key controls and test of controls. Firstly, requirement B. Okay, key controls and test of controls. Test of control. Done. We got our first ones. All staff members. This is my key control. All staff members are issued with a sequentially numbered key card. Sequence checks and checks on data recorded are carried out by the human resource or you can say HR supervisor All right. I describe it as my key control. Now I have to tell it why it is my key control. This ensures that payroll records are complete, that employees are paid for hours, work, and that all hours are now test of control. For a sample of key cards and data recorded in the clock in system, carry out a sequence check to identify if there are any gaps in the sequence. Right. You will get for this test of control, you will get a mark for this test of control. Let me give you one extra test of control for this one. Review details of checks. Carried out by the HR supervisor to identify any gaps in the sequence and check they have evidence their review by way of signature. Students, 2 marks we get already. Now, from the same paragraph, we have one more. The clocking in process is monitored by a camera on entry to the distribution distribution center, and video footage is reviewed by HR every week. So this is my key control, that clocking is process is monitored by Cameron and into the distribution center, and video footage is reviewed by HR every week. I told this as my key control. Now I have to explain why this is my key control. So this will prevent staff members fraudulently fraudulently clocking in for other employees will only be paid for hours they work, right? We are done with the key control, the second key control. Now we have to give the test of control for. So what I will say for a sample of weeks, review the log of the recordings. To identify who reviewed that week's footage. To ensure it has been reviewed by a member of the HR department, right? We are done with the two key controls and test of controls. Overall, we got the 4 marks till now. And now let us move ahead. Recording the cap and date order HR in the HR department and log on a spreadsheet together with the name of the person who has reviewed the footage. Now, clocking in system is directly linked to the payroll system, and information regarding the hours worked by the staff is automatically transferred into the payroll system. The payroll system then automatically calculates gross pay, deductions, and net pay. The payroll clerk confirms that the transfer of hours and calculation has been done correctly by recalculating a sample of employees gross to net pay. A payroll supervisor then reviews this check, which is evidenced by the supervisor's signature. So, move on. We got another key controls. The clocking in process is monitored by a camera. Sorry, sorry. I repeat the previous one. Okay. The payroll clerk confirms the transfer of hours the payroll roll clerk confirms the transfer of hours and calculations has been done accurately by recalculating for a sample of employees their gross to net pay. This check is also reviewed by the payroll supervisor Who evidences their review? So this is my key control. Now, let me explain why this is my key control. If I want to explain, I will only get a half a mark, right? We won't get the complete mark for it. So we have to explain the why it's a key control. This reduces the risk that errors occur in the automated transfer and calculations during the payroll processing. Any errors would be identified on a timely basis to prevent salaries being over or underpaid. Okay, now for a test of control for a sample of months, review the calculation of gross to net pay for evidence that the calculations have been performed. Confirm the signature of the payroll supervisor. As evidence that they have reviewed the report for any anomalies, inquire of the reasons, and what action was taken to resolve the issue. So that's the test of control. Now we get 6 marks so far, right? And now we need the last one, right? Although we can do it from the same paragraph as well, but I will do it from the other one. All staff are entitled to 20-day holiday a year. Okay, employees are paid for any holiday which has not been taken at the end of the year. Department managers are required to approve all holiday requests by the authorizing employees. Holiday forms, however, this does not always occur, right? The payroll system is password protected, and the password is changed on a monthly basis by the payroll manager using a random password generator. Okay. Once the payroll has been agreed by the payroll supervisor, the payroll clerk provides detail of the net pay due to each employee to the financial controller, who then prepares and authorizes the bank transfer to be paid to the employee's bank accounts. Each month, as part of the month-end procedure, the finance director undertakes a payroll control account reconciliation and investigates any difference to ensure that the payroll figures have been posted into the accounting records correctly. Right now, although we have to only one, write only one, but from this scenario we get more than one key control. and types of controls, but we have to write only one key control, right? So let us do it now. The one, the payroll system is password protected. And the payroll manager changes the password. Manager changes the password on a monthly basis to prevent salaries over or underpaid. Sorry. Uh, Changes the password on monthly basis using a random password generator. Uses a random password generator. Now, why it is a key control? Let's explain. This reduces the risk of fraud by preventing unauthorized changes being made to the standing data and unauthorized access to sensitive payroll information. Payroll information. Now, what will be the test of control? Simple. Attempt to log into payroll system using a password which should be out of date. Confirm that system has rejected access. This is a test of control and we are done with the requirement. I hope you got the way how to write the solution for this part. Simply what I did, as you can see in this whole process, that I simply first I explain what's the key control from scenario, then I give the reason why it's a key control, right? For that, I will get the 1 mark, and then for the test of control, I will get the 1 mark, right? Simply, I'm using, looking at the samples or reviewing the system like that, or that's it. Simple and easy, folks. We'll see you for the next requirement.